Princess Grace Kelly is a distinctive figure among the 15 most iconic beauties of 20th century Hollywood, alongside stars like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn. She is considered special because her acting career lasted only a brief 5 years, with approximately 10 films. However, what the public remembers about Grace Kelly is not just her beauty or her accomplishments in the film industry, but also her lavish yet constrained life as the Princess of Monaco and her tragic death, which left everyone grieving. From the moment she was born, Grace Kelly led a life of luxury and was fortunate to receive a privileged education. She was born into a wealthy family, with her father being a millionaire and her mother coming from an aristocratic lineage. Her affluent background brought Grace Kelly an impressive inheritance of $2 million, equivalent to 32 billion Vietnamese dong, at that time. Grace attended the Assumption Convent in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the United States. Even as a child, she inherited artistic qualities from her uncle, which led her to abandon her studies and pursue a passion for cinema. This decision caused intense conflict with her father. The actress's father claimed that being an actress was only a slight step above being a prostitute. In fact, Kelly was nearly estranged from her family when she went for an audition at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. From her very first audition, the beautiful Grace Kelly immediately made a strong impression on the directors of that time. Despite the resistance from her parents, Grace Kelly embarked on a career in film. With her elegant and glamorous appearance, success came quickly to Grace Kelly. In just 4 years in the film industry, she remarkably won an Oscar for Best Actress for her outstanding performance in The Country Girl. Additionally, Grace also won a Golden Globe for her supporting role in the film Migambo. Her stunning beauty, sophisticated fashion sense, and impeccable acting skills quickly propelled Grace Kelly to the status of an unbeatable beauty icon in Hollywood. In a short span of 4 years, Grace Kelly became the most sought-after star in the film capital of Hollywood. Her pure beauty and acting talent attracted numerous admirers, including top actors of that era. During that time, Kelly's stature equaled that of iconic names like Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. Because of this, Grace Kelly became an idol for countless women across the United States. Her life was always surrounded by a radiant glow of glamour. Despite her shining and ever-rising career, Grace always maintained a strong stance in her personal life. While other female colleagues soared high in fleeting and highly publicized romances, Grace Kelly remained solitary, rejecting any advances from potential suitors. Furthermore, there was another crucial reason: the famous actress did not have the power to decide her own marriage. Reflecting on the night of the 1954 Oscar ceremony, Grace shared, "The feeling of being alone and lost in the vast, crowded room is truly terrifying. I have never felt as lonely in my life as I did that night." Grace first met her future husband in 1955, at the Cannes Film Festival in France. The photograph capturing the fateful encounter between the Hollywood star and the Prince of Monaco adorned the front pages of numerous prestigious magazines, with headlines entering into legend: "The Handshake of the Beauty Grace Kelly and the Crown Prince of Monaco Rainier III." 6 months later, the Prince of Monaco surprised the public by explicitly expressing his intentions through a trip to the United States to meet Grace's parents. Needless to say, the parents were overjoyed to have such a powerful son-in-law. The wedding ceremony took place on April 18, 1956. It was also the day Hollywood officially lost a dazzling star. Grace Kelly had to make the most heart-wrenching decision of her life, which was to give up her burning love for the film industry and take on a far more important and complex role in her life: the Princess of Monaco. The royal wedding was broadcast live across Europe, and suddenly, the previously little-known Principality of Monaco became famous. Millions of tourists flocked here each year, drawn by the name of the elegant princess. People were curious about this place because of the woman, not her husband or any other reason. The grand royal wedding, with both spouses having admirable backgrounds, seemed to paint a dreamlike life ahead for the young woman. But would everything be as glamorous as people imagined? Once she became the wife of a sovereign, Grace no longer had the freedom to do as she pleased. In an interview with the press, Grace Kelly once responded, "You see, Hollywood actors and actresses can live both a public life and their own personal lives. But here, in Monaco, as the wife of a prince, I am only allowed to play one role, the role of a princess." When shouldering the responsibilities of a nation, Grace could no longer live her own life. She once shared, "When I was a Hollywood star, although I belonged to the public, I still had the right to be myself in my personal life. But here, in this country of Monaco, I am not Grace Kelly, I am just a princess." The married life between Princess Grace and Prince Rainier III did not have a fairy tale ending. The adoration of millions of people for Grace began to breed envy and discomfort in the heart of the prince. Any film featuring Grace Kelly was banned from being shown by Prince Rainier III. When she was invited to act in a film in 1962, she actively declined to alleviate the pressure from the people of Monaco. But Grace's accommodating attitude did not appease her husband. To alleviate his frustration, the prince would often mock and ridicule his wife in front of a large crowd of fans. Moreover, he would deliberately attend events organized by the princess with an unpleasant demeanor, attempting to spoil the atmosphere. As a result, the more loved and idolized Grace became by the people of Monaco, the colder and more poorly he treated her. On September 13, 1982, while bringing her youngest daughter back to the palace, Grace Kelly and her daughter were involved in a serious car accident. While Stephanie was unharmed, Grace Kelly was seriously injured. She was taken to the Monaco hospital, but she never regained consciousness again. Monaco officials concluded that it was a tragic accident caused by Grace suffering a sudden stroke, but Grace Kelly's family firmly believed that her passing had too many mysteries. Some believe that she was assassinated by forces with differing economic interests and governing philosophies from Prince Rainier III. However, to this day, these allegations remain shrouded in secrecy. After the sudden death of the princess, it became clear that behind the facade of the jealous and controlling patriarch of Monaco, Prince Rainier III had a genuine affection for his late wife. He did not remarry and lived alone until his final breath. Before passing away, he also requested to be buried next to his wife so they could be together forever.